In the UK, if you want publicity, you need to only do one thing: mock Harry and Meghan. When you mock Harry and Meghan, when I mock, I mean abuse Harry and Meghan, you end up on the front pages of the UK tabloid media. You get publicity. It's what many have done. Andrew Tate, who's in a prison in Romania, he did that. He got publicity. He got invites to UK media outlets to blast Harry and Meghan. And now, an animated TV series created by Trey Parker and Matt Stone called South Park is also doing the same thing, towing the tabloid line surrounding Harry and Meghan. Oh, I thought they wanted privacy. My family, if you are someone who believes that and says that whenever you see Harry and Meghan, or when you don't see Harry and Meghan, my family, you are a person who have been brainwashed by the UK tabloid media. Because Harry and Meghan, their reason for fleeing the UK had nothing to do with privacy. And anyone with an ounce of common sense, anyone who is not brainwashed by the UK media, knows that. And my family, Forbes, had something to say about this. Now, a senior contributor at Forbes called Danny De Placido wrote an article titled South Park Tears into Harry and Meghan, Reigniting Old Discourse. And what is this old discourse? A couple of years ago, South Park had an episode about Prince William, and they claimed that William was into, what we were told a couple of months ago, what we discussed. My family, allow me to just share with you what was reignited in the tabloid media's quest to attack and mock Harry and Meghan. And I enjoy that Harry and Meghan have been mocked. They tend to forget what South Park, said about what William was into. My family, I'll let you see for yourself the clip that members of the squad who have made, and I quote, hashtag Prince of Pegging William trend on Twitter. They have made that hashtag Prince of Pegging William trend on Twitter. What they posted, the clip that was an episode at South Park. Please just hear this kindly, my family.
What a wonderful leader in Girl Scouts. My uncle's the second in line to be manager at Gart Brothers. Yeah. And now the scraping off of the pudding. Isn't she beautiful? Scraping off the pudding with the grace of a butterfly. She rubs the pudding on her face. The prince now attempting to remove one of the princess's arms, as is, of course, the tradition. The princess screaming with pain, everyone watching with anticipation, and the arm is off. Things are back to normal here in Canada. Time-honored traditions are once again... Yes, the princess is sticking the princess's arm up his ass. There it goes.
That's Prince William.
What a wonderful day for Canada, and therefore...
Whom they say was, let me use the words, into pegging. What we discussed a couple of months ago. And it seems that everybody knows what apparently William is allegedly into. And when they are mocking Harry and Meghan, members of the squad showed the world this video that South Park made. This episode from South Park mocking Prince William. That he's someone who is allegedly into pegging. My family, I advise you to just look at the dictionary what that word means, because my family, I can't say it here. I rather not say it here. My family.
Scraping off the pudding with the grace of a butterfly.
Look at that.
Thrust the pudding on her face. The prince now attempting to remove one of the princess's arms, as is of course the tradition. The princess screaming with pain, everyone watching with anticipation, and the arm is off. Things are back to normal here in Canada. Time-honored traditions are once again... Yes, the princess is sticking the princess's arm up his ass. There it goes. Really making a good go of it. What a wonderful day for Canada, and therefore, of course, well...
It seems that everyone knows what William is into. And my family, I want to share with you what Forbes had to say about this kindly. You know, my family, so here's what was said, and I quote, South Park has resurrected the discourse sparked by Harry and Meghan's documentary on Netflix and Prince Harry's memoir Spare after the latest episode of the comedy central animation tore into the royal couple, Harry and Meghan. Now, episode 2 of South Park's 26th season, the worldwide privacy tour, did not dare mention Harry and Meghan by name, but was packed with clear references to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry and Meghan. Now, South Park sees an unnamed prince and princess appear on a talk show holding placards that read, and I quote, "We want our privacy and stop looking at us." The prince goes on to promote his book titled Wag and is criticized for complaining despite being born into privilege and luxury. My family, I say this before, regardless of how much money you have, just because you have money does not mean you should be treated abhorrently or cruelly just because you have money. Just because you have money does not mean people should strip you of your right to be treated with basic human dignity. And I say this before, and I'm saying it again. And my family, please continue hearing this kindly. A common criticism directed at the royal couple is that their desired privacy, their stated desire for privacy, contrasts with their eagerness to share intimate details about their lives at this point. It seems obvious that the two want to be famous on their own terms, away from the leering lens of the British tabloids. My family, Prince Harry and Meghan, a couple of years ago, announced that they were stepping down as senior members of the royal family. And in their statements, never did Harry and Meghan say that because they wanted privacy. Never. Harry and Meghan have never said that it was because they wanted privacy. It was because of a torrent of abuse, racism from the UK tabloid media and also from the farm, members of the farm. It was because of abuse from senior members of the royal family that we now know, from Prince William himself, who physically assaulted Harry and abused Harry's wife Meghan. We clearly can cite that as reasons as to why Harry and Meghan fled the UK. You know? And they never said they were leaving because they wanted privacy, but because of abuse, racism, directed towards Meghan. Now, the article reads that in conversations with a branding manager, the prince is described as royal prince, millionaire, world traveler, and victim. His wife is given the tagline, so royalty girl, actress, influencer, and also victim. And my family, Harry and Meghan are victims. Victims of a 6-year-long smear campaign full of abuse and insults. I mean, my family, imagine in a country, you're opening up, let's say, Good Morning Britain. You want the news. Instead, you have commentators being brought together to discuss, an animated series that mocked Harry and Meghan, with them laughing about it, because that's what happened at Good Morning Britain. Same place whereby Piers Morgan was allowed to harass Meghan every single day for years. They can't have a segment without trashing Harry and Meghan, because apparently it helps them with the ratings. Everyone else can make money off of Harry and Meghan, but not Harry and Meghan. I find that unacceptable and hypocritical. And my family, as I continue, the satire is crude and heavy-handed, as South Park tends to be. Essentially, repeating the talking points of critics. Verbatim, that part. They're repeating the talking points of the UK tabloid media. And what have I said? If you want publicity, what do? You mock Harry and Meghan. That's what you do. And UK media outlets, from GB News to Good Morning Britain to every single media outlet, will take their time to join in the mocking of Harry and Meghan. To say, hey, look, because they've been mocked, it means that, Harry and Meghan's popularity in America is going down, It's going down, That's what they want people to believe. That is what they want to create the illusion of. That's what they want to create the illusion of. That Harry and Meghan's popularity is going down. My family, if Harry and Meghan's popularity is going down, then why is the UK tabloid media, why can't they ever not talk about Harry and Meghan? Because I doubt that any media outlet will want to talk about people who are irrelevant, people who are not popular. But every day, they spend their time hounding, harassing, bad-mouthing, mocking Harry and Meghan every single day for the past 6 years. Yet, they say their popularity is going down. What a bunch of lies. And more lies from the UK media. I can tell you one thing. Harry and Meghan are more popular than ever. Because, once again, people can see that if you want publicity, just try and use Harry and Meghan's name. Try and mock Harry and Meghan, and then get free publicity. Because that's what people are doing, from Andrew Tate, who's in prison right now in Romania, and now South Park is doing the same thing. Now Harry and Meghan haters reacted with glee, posting the satirical clips on Twitter and praising South Park for mocking Harry and Meghan. And also, the UK media also have reacted with glee about it. Piers Morgan, who has been bitterly complaining, obsessing, fixated towards Meghan Markle, on Meghan Markle for years, to the point where he walked off this set of Good Morning Britain after being challenged by Alex Beresford on his obsession towards Meghan, posted a South Park clip on Twitter with the caption, and I quote, "The South Park rinsing of Meghan and Harry is literally brilliant. Suspect this is how most Americans now feel about them. That's what they want. Hounding Harry and Meghan out of the UK was not enough for them. They can't stand seeing Harry and Meghan thrive in America. They can't stand it. They can't stand that, in America, Harry and Meghan are loved. They can't stand it one bit. They can't stand that American media will never ever spend 24 hours a day like how the sick, obsessed trolls in the UK tabloid media spend harassing Harry and Meghan. They can't stand it. So when they see one instance of Harry and Meghan being mocked, all media outlets, all carnival or so-called experts jump into it, into the mocking. Now, us, members of the Sussex squad, responded by posting an older South Park clip which satirizes Prince William and Kate Middleton's wedding, accompanied by the hashtag Prince of Pegging. Prince William was mocked on South Park. My family, please, kindly, once again, I want you to see how William was being brutally mocked. So this thing about trying to go after Harry and Meghan, it just doesn't work. With the squad, we will always find receipts. We will always find evidence. Whenever they choose to come for Harry and Meghan, we have evidence that my family, even the media, won't like to be reminded of. And this is one of them.
Girl Scouts. My uncle's the second in line to be manager at Garp Brothers. Yeah. And now the scraping off of the pudding. Isn't she beautiful?
Kate
Scraping
and William
off
at the
pudding
wedding.
with the grace of a butterfly. She rubs the pudding on her face. The prince now attempting to remove one of the princess's arms, as is, of course, the tradition. The princess screaming with pain, everyone watching with anticipation, and the arm is off. Things are back to normal here in Canada. Time-honored traditions are once again... Yes, the princess is sticking the princess's arm up his ass. There it goes. Really making a good go of it. What a wonderful day for Canada, and therefore, of course, well...
My family, you won't mock Harry and Meghan in peace. Not when members of the squad are right there. You won't do it. You won't do it. We won't let it slide. You won't abuse Harry and Meghan in peace. That's a message that we send to the royal family. That we send to the royal family and the UK media. You won't mock Harry and Meghan, abuse them in peace. You won't do that. We won't allow that one bit. We won't allow it one bit. And so my family, allow me to continue reading on what, the article in Forbes said about this really. And so the clip in question that us, members of the squad, have posted on Twitter is a clip from the 3rd episode of South Park's 15th season called Royal Padding. It mercilessly mocked the royals, meaning William, with a gleefully vulgar scene, really, depicting William tearing Kate's arm out of a socket and inserting Kate's arm into his rectum. A bizarre parody of archaic royal traditions. The scene was also a cheeky nod towards the pegging rumors. I repeat, let me repeat this part. The scene was also a cheeky nod towards the pegging rumors that surround Prince William. That William is into what we call, pegging, allegedly, of course. And it was originally sparked by a tip posted on Instagram by an account called Docsmoir, which suggested that an unnamed British royal was allegedly engaging in an extramarital affair inspired by, quote-unquote, love of pegging. And the British public, immediately assumed that Prince William was the unnamed royal. And the meme has been periodically making the rounds on Twitter ever since. At one point, even Irish airline Ryanair joined in, posting a photo of a chair. Posting a photo of a chair with a raised armrest captioned, "William, we saved you a seat." And royalists, or should I say monarchists, the Rangers who support William, urged other Twitter users to report the hashtag. They love it when Harry and Meghan is mocked, are mocked. But they don't love it when the world speaks the truth about William and Kate Middleton. That's when they draw a line, really. You won't abuse Harry and Meghan in peace. You won't abuse Harry and Meghan in peace. That's our message to them. Now, South Park, it seems, still has the ability to ignite controversy and culture wars. My family, but while the show usually attempts to lampoon both sides, the Harry and Meghan episode missed the chance to mock Meghan's detractors, who often come across as incoherent, obsessive, and hateful, because that's what they are. Very, very hateful. And they are obsessive, obsessed with trying to destroy Meghan and Harry. They're okay with mocking Harry and Meghan because that will get them publicity, but are not okay with also condemning the abuse towards Meghan Markle because they want to profit from that abuse. They want to profit from mocking Harry and Meghan. So this episode, it missed the chance to mock Meghan's detractors, who often come across as incoherent, obsessive, and hateful, despite the fact that Meghan has not been visible for months now. They still continue to abuse Meghan Markle, insult her, and target her. And this article reads that there's a reason Harry and Meghan wanted to escape the UK. And I love what they're saying about this. The British tabloids cultivated an incredibly aggressive campaign against Meghan that attacked Meghan for eating avocados, wearing black, being barefoot in public, prompting, popular British breakfast show this morning to consult a foot reader to analyze Meghan's personality through the shape of her toes. I am not even making this up. This actually happened. Analyze Meghan's personality by observing at the shape of her toes. That's what happened in the UK, and that's why Harry and Meghan had to flee the UK. They come across as obsessive, hateful, and incoherent. And even when they're subject of attacks and smears, Meghan in this case, despite her fleeing the UK, still, they won't stop obsessing, being hateful towards Meghan. And the article reads that former Top Gear presenter Jeremy Clarkson wrote an unhinged opinion column for The Sun owned by Rupert Murdoch about Meghan Markle, in which he felt confident enough to write, and I quote, based on the article, "I hate her on a cellular level. At night, I'm unable to sleep as I lie there grinding my teeth and dreaming of the day when she's made parade naked through the streets of every town in Britain while the crowd chants shame and throw lumps of excrement at her. Like The Simpsons, South Park has a history of mocking angry mobs who get worked up in a frenzy over nothing. This time, South Park missed a great opportunity to highlight the deranged depths of the British tabloids. I want to repeat that. I want to repeat this part. This time, South Park missed a great opportunity to highlight the deranged depths of the British tabloids. Deranged. Words used by a senior contributor for Forbes, Danny D. Placido. I like this article, really. I liked this article from Forbes. I liked this article 100%. And so my family, I have read you the article. Some people want to mock Harry and Meghan in peace. Well, they are not gonna get that. We ain't gonna allow that one bit. And UK media is obsessed with Harry and Meghan. Obsessed with them, trying to undermine them, even despite the fact that they left. I mean, my family, please kindly look for yourself. GMB playing a part in the roasting of Harry and Meghan because of this animated series, South Park. Kindly please look at this.
Hard to watch, isn't it? It is, it's tough.
Good morning,
Britain.
Britain.
Meghan, right? But I still think that was quite funny.
That is funny.
That is funny.
That is funny. Now,
the poster saying, "Stop looking at us."
That is funny. Forgive me, but I'm not laughing really, because it ain't funny. This ain't funny.
Answers. Right. This is okay. So this is a big deal, isn't it? That they have had the Mickey taken out of them on a massive show like that. It's like when you're in The Simpsons, it's always an accolade. Yeah. When you're in South Park, I'm not
sure so
Proper
much.
celebrity thing. I mean, you know, the big stars have all been mocked this way.
This is a big thing that's happening in America now, is that they've transitioned from being kind of Obama 2.0, these really serious celebrities, into being figures of ridicule. It's not just South Park, it's been Saturday Night Live and, you know, Jimmy Fallon and other US big mainstream comedy shows. So it's a big transition. We actually did some polling before Harry's book came out and then again afterwards, and they have crashed in the US opinion polls.
Have they?
Yeah, so public opinion in America has swung significantly against them. Harry dropped 45 points in the US opinion
Meaning,
polls.
what was the sort of question that was being asked?
Do you feel favourably or unfavourably about Prince Harry and Meghan? So Harry was, you know, they were deep into positive numbers, you know, absolutely sitting pretty in America before Netflix, and then now they're both in minus numbers. So
I mean, does it matter? Because their Netflix series was the biggest show that Netflix had ever done. I mean,
Yeah.
whether they're still making money,
They're
right?
making
Which is
loads.
what they want, Ian. So does it? This is good for them, is it? Do you think? I mean, it's embarrassing and it's probably very hard to watch.
I think they care deeply about their reputation, and that those polling numbers, as you say, Jack, are very, very graphic. And I mean, some of us have not changed our opinions of those two over the months. I think the book was an incredibly bad mistake. It's a terror. I mean, I've got to about page 60 and I just can't be bothered to go on any longer. I mean, it's written by a professional ghostwriter. Well, they didn't pick very well, is all I can say. And I think the book has actually been more damaging than the Netflix series.
My family, I want to show you that, my family, because this is Good Morning Britain in the UK. And they're spending their time discussing an animated series because they mocked Harry and Meghan. Because that's what they love so much, to see Harry and Meghan mocked, targeted, abused, insulted. It is what they want so badly to see. Because that's what they've been doing for many years. And my family, you know what? I live in a different country. And in my country, I have never ever seen someone bothering about polls done in the US or polls done in the UK. Why? Because it has nothing to do with us. But in the UK, they are so focused on taking down Harry and Meghan, destroying their reputation, their character, and even creating the illusion that their popularity has gone down. If it has gone down, allow me to just ask a question. Then why did Harry's memoir sell so much? Because nobody buys a memoir. Millions don't buy a memoir if someone is not, you know, famous. And speaking of Obama, my family, because they're trying to say that, you know, Harry and Meghan, the popularity has gone down even, you know, lower, really. My family, we all saw what happened in Harry's memoir, Spare, in its sales. It has done so good that it has beaten Obama's record. Harry's memoir has beaten Obama's record. You know, that's how good it did. That's how good Harry's memoir did. It beat the Obamas. And, you know, Michelle and Barack Obama, it beat their records. That's how good it's been. And people were speaking of Harry's fame and popularity to be at the same level of Obama and Michelle Obama. And because of that, that seems to have struck a nerve in the UK to people. Hey, look, they are not famous as the Obamas. If that's what you tell yourself to be able to sleep at night, then keep telling yourself that. Keep telling yourself those lies. Because the UK media lies so much that I believe that if they even believe the lies they tell, really. If Harry and Meghan were not popular, then why in Good Morning Britain, did they have a segment discussing, Harry and Meghan being mocked? If they were not popular, if they don't help with ratings. Why? Those are some questions of logic you must ask yourself. Because they're so obsessed and fixated on Harry and Meghan. They just can't stand seeing Harry and Meghan tell their own story themselves with their own mouth, because they want to be the ones who control the narrative. They want to be the ones who write memoirs about Harry and Meghan and come and spread those lies about Harry and Meghan on TV. And people who write books about Harry and Meghan are given a platform to spew their lies on TV of people they themselves have never even met. But when Harry tells his story, no, I don't like the book, I'm at page 60, I can't stand the book. Well, thank you for buying the book, first of all, because Harry will be laughing all the way to the bank. So thank you for that. Thank you for buying Harry's memoir, because Harry will be laughing all the way to the bank. My family. And my family, this obsession that they have towards Harry and Meghan to try and put them down time and time again is just showing, after 6 long years of mocking, hounding, abusing Harry and Meghan, and they continue to this day, the smear campaign has been a failure. That's a fact and the truth, and nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth. Now, don't forget what Harry and Meghan said to the Global Press Secretary, Ashley Hansen. And I quote their words: "The Duke and Duchess have never cited privacy as the reason for stepping back. This distorted narrative was intended to trap the couple into silence while the media brings people who write books about Harry and Meghan, spreading lies about them, to have a narrative about Harry and Meghan. Hate campaign narrative. To make people hate Harry and Meghan, to see Harry and Meghan through the lens of the UK media, and not from Harry and Meghan telling their own story. That's why they are so intimidated by Harry and Meghan using their voice, telling their own story. Well, Harry and Meghan, keep telling your story. Keep telling your story. Keep doing just that. We love and we support you 100%. 100%. Someone said this: for a channel like GMB, who in the week of Caroline Flack's death, you all sure know how to amplify hate. After Caroline's death, they said, be kind, be kind. Well, you've seen them mocking Harry and Meghan and enjoying the fact that Harry and Meghan are being mocked. And then they say, but I'm a fan of Harry and Meghan. If you're a fan of Harry and Meghan, how can you enjoy them, seeing them being mocked? How? How? In what world? In what world, How do you enjoy seeing someone you love, someone you support, you claim to support, be mocked? How? They are already telling themselves. They are telling on themselves, really. Someone said that the UK media are just a disgrace. The fact that they just can't talk freely about the royal family and the Tories. The journalists in the UK are worse than those in Russia. They are journalists with no drive, no credibility. They are clowns. Someone said that. Is this a joke? The UK media's obsession with Harry and Meghan's popularity, based on dodgy polls of 2000, and some satire from a show that roasts celebrities as their brand is weird. Then to make that headline a discussion, Harry and Meghan are not even senior members of the royal family. They left. But they'll tell you, oh, they are not popular. Since when do you see people discuss people who are not popular on TV? Since when, really? Have a segment to discuss someone who isn't popular. Since when? And do it as frequently as what happens in the UK with the obsession with Harry and Meghan. GB News can't go 2 days without somehow blasting Harry and Meghan. Because clearly, that's how they get the ratings. That's how they get clicks. But they say that Harry and Meghan are not popular. What a bunch of lies. What a bunch of lies. Really. My family, someone said that, now report without fear and favor on the outing William episode. Or does the invisible contract forbid that? With a screenshot of an article from Daily Fail. South Park's history of dragging the royals. Episode Royal Padding spoofed William and Kate, where William was pegging himself as bride-to-be was watching. If you come for Harry and Meghan, make no mistake about one thing. The people who are behind it won't come out looking good. In their quest to abuse and mock Harry and Meghan, they just, end up showing the entire world exactly who, they support, really. Being also looking bad, really. Looking bad. Based on this episode from South Park. Or about William pegging himself. Don't come for Harry and Meghan. It won't end up, looking good. It won't end up looking good. And my family, the squad, won't let them abuse Harry and Meghan in peace, And Forbes itself has called Meghan's detractors obsessive, hateful, and incoherent. My family, people are opening their eyes and people can see what's happening, really. People can see what's happening. My family, someone said that British propaganda at its sharpest, they turn a blind eye to all the criticism of the monarchy and insist it's a much-loved institution. With Prince Harry and Meghan, they ignore or downplay their obvious successes and declare them over at the slightest satire about them. The smear campaign is not working. It just is a failure, and it continues to fail. My family, it continues to fail 100%. Someone said that as disturbing as South Park episode shows William as violent, Kate as complicit, and tradition as ridiculous and very harmful, there is no difference to royalty in America. Someone said that. My family, if they come for Harry and Meghan, we won't let it slide one bit. We won't. And the media are so desperate for Harry and Meghan to respond that the Daily Express, a carnival of so-called expert called Richard Palmer, said that, and I quote, if they were smart, the Sussexes should let it be known that they find it amusing. They are so desperate for engagement from Harry and Meghan. Talk to us. Say something Say something, Harry. We just need you to respond. Harry and Meghan's silence hurts them so badly they can't control it, my family. They can't control it, really. You know? They can't control it. My family. And you love to see it. And this obsession is just so sick. It's so sick. And they are so desperate. That desperation that they have towards Harry and Meghan to speak to them. You know, it's quite amusing to watch how desperate they are for Harry to talk to them. Harry and Meghan told them, zero engagement policy. My family, now tell me your thoughts about all of this kindly. I'd like to hear your opinion on this, please. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and support our ever-growing family on YouTube. God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, and Lily Dana, and Dora Laglen, and all of you members of the squad at home. Kindly stay tuned to our next video. Love you always and forever. So what do you think about what Forbes article said? I'd like to hear your opinion on that. And my family, no weapon from against Harry and Meghan shall prosper. Stay tuned to our next video. We, the squad, are there to support Harry and Meghan always and forever. They won't mock or abuse Harry and Meghan in peace. And no true fan of Harry and Meghan, you know, laughs about Harry and Meghan being mocked or abused. Family, love you always and forever. And stay tuned to our next video. Hello, members of Sussex Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Sussex Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.